I wanted us to go on this trip because adventure has always been something that has made me learn things about myself in a way that has always benefited me. I've grown as a person physically, emotionally, and I was really hoping that the trip would do that for every other member.
Put what I need in that backpack that doesn't engage me.
Aleve, Advil, Excedrin. Yeah, one of the biggest things I saw when I went to South Carolina for like the parkour jam, everyone is just completely like, they've got their little medical kit. They're like, I have to keep training. They just start popping a ton of medication.
I was planning on leaving with 2 bags. The only reason I needed another was
Yeah, I've got like 2 bags now.
Yeah, but your bag is like all 3 of my bags, and then you can fit like a car in there.
You could put a car in there. I'm not
There's
lying.
a human body that can be fit in that bag.
My brothers are in there right now.
He's like a little goblin with a bunch of loot.
You remember the last time we went to Madeline Island?
Of course.
And you remember the last time you brought avocados in your bag?
I did.
And you remember the last time they got squished in your bag and they were all rotten by day?
Well, we ate some of them still.
Gross.
What if you put the avocados in the food bag?
Whoa!
With the rest of
Revolutionary! No, they're in your
No, they're in your
clothing bag.
Yeah, the big black one.
My name is Max Saladar. I am 22 years old, and I am a member of SIGFREED. Growing up as an adopted individual in Beloit, I probably got bullied a fair bit. It's hard to deal with those kind of differences, especially as a kid. But having like a support system of people who've all been through similar situations has been really nice. My relationship with Nathan started at a very ripe age, probably the youngest age you can start a relationship. Our families met when we were in the process of being adopted. I think that our families have always been close, and so that kind of just continued all the way up until now into adulthood.
No, I'm joking.
We were somewhere right here. I rolled down here. See, Nathan's gonna be in front of me. I checked the video. Nathan was right there. He's gonna run, do a gate vault.
So for me, parkour started around the same time Nathan found a big interest in it. One of the first things he did was introduce it to everyone he knew.
My name is Nathan Sill. I'm 22. I'm from Beloit, Wisconsin, and I am a parkour athlete. What made parkour special to me, I would say, first off, was the freedom that I found in it. Competitive sports for me were always something that felt kind of necessary or like pushed on. My parents always wanted me to be active and wanted me to be fit. Sports and school wasn't always like the easiest for me. When I went to high school, I had really bad anxiety and didn't feel like I fit in. I wasn't able to talk to people. I was stuck in this like gray field. Everything was just like going through the motions. I didn't have any real like motivation that felt like it was my own. It felt like I was doing everything for everyone else. Like I was doing it so my parents would be like more proud of me. So I'd get that like affirmation of like, oh, you're doing a good job. And like my coaches would be like, you're doing a good job, keep up the hard work. I'd be like, well, someone's happy that I'm doing something right, so it has to be the right thing. And when I discovered parkour through Evan and YouTube, it was completely different. It was so special in the sense that there wasn't this competitive nature. Parkour feels like an art style. You have a lot of different canvases in the world with like nature, or if you choose to do it in urban settings, there's so many like different places to do it, and then you're like the brush and you can go out into those areas and paint your own picture with your movement, and it's unique and it's beautiful no matter who the artist is. I would say that was the first time I found something that like I wanted to do. I remember it just like opened my eyes, and it was like I was seeing the world in color for the first time. I finally got something in my life that was something I was enjoying and something that like made me feel like I was happy, and like there was this group of people around me that like I loved, and I was like, wow, this is what it feels like to be like not depressed.
Yeah. Okay, so today we're gonna be doing a little parkour challenge. Basically gonna do 4 challenges. Each little challenge gets a little bit harder, and if you can't complete one of the challenges, you gotta take a slug of the hot sauce.
He's gonna front flip. All right, let's go, loser. I don't know, was that perfect?
I don't know. It felt like okay. We agreed that it was good enough. I don't have to drink hot sauce.
I am Devin McIntyre. I am 22 years old now, I think. Sometimes I forget to check. I think I joined SIGFREED when I realized that it was something that obviously made me happy. It was something to like push myself with people who are just very like-minded. I think I joined SIGFREED actually. It was like one of the first like maybe hangouts I've been a part of for a long time. They took me to a restaurant I'd never been before, new sights and new things. And after that, we just gallivanted, I guess, if you will, into the city, to the playgrounds and just hiking. I did things, so many things that I hadn't done that day before, whether it was going to a place where I didn't think I belonged, like this nice restaurant, or, you know, having that outside influence to help me get there. I think specifically, Evan was like a lot of mentorship. Our interest at the time, like really like lapped over and laid over. So when I like couldn't go home or I was just like out on the streets or something, and I would go find Evan or Evan would find me.
Evan Rossmars.
And Devin.
And Devin.
Okay, whenever you guys are ready.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
I'm Evan. I do parkour, write code, climb things, jump off things. I like to have fun. Beloit was a nice place to grow up. It was large enough that you don't know everyone around, but tiny enough that it's still like a community. So I grew up in Beloit with a single mother and then eventually had a stepdad. I think I really kind of enjoyed my childhood. One of the nice aspects of my mom having me young is that I didn't have a lot of parental supervision, so I could just go out and play sometimes, and I think that's something that I really appreciate. In middle school, I went through a series of like pretty deep depressions, and like I was still struggling a lot in high school, but learning to cope more. Parkour has played a pretty sizable role in that. Just movement in general is so beneficial to working through difficult things, and parkour is an amazing way to move, you know? It's sort of all-encompassing. It's, you move. That's what parkour is.
SIGFREED started senior year of high school officially, I think. Devin, Evan, and I had been hanging out for quite a while at that point, eating lunch together, doing parkour during lunch, skipping classes together. Hey. It was kind of like birthed between like Nathan, Evan, and me. I remember we were sitting once in like a teacher's lounge and just like trying to come up with a name for like what we were and what we wanted to do for the next couple of years. I texted them, I was like, what about SIGFREED? Like, it's the Germanic myth of like a guy slaying a dragon and drinking its blood and becoming like superhuman. You know, like how all of us have like our own little issues and stuff, and like we're facing different like obstacles every day. What if it's like that? Like the dragon is those obstacles in our way, and we're going out every day and being like our own hero and slaying them.
We are a really close-knit group of individuals who have pretty much been together since the beginning. Everyone in SIGFREED can agree that we've kind of grown up not exactly knowing why life is the way it is. I think we've been with each other through it all.
Growing up, my parents had a lot of like messed up habits and problems they just had that caused a lot of disorder in the home, and it eventually led to like being outside was nice because it acted as a space to be away from that, away from those like social problems of the household. And those social problems detailed a lot of, unfortunately, like the worst would be like threats of violence and also like severe domestic abuse too. Having SIGFREED around when I had a lot of trying times around more of a younger age, it was really invaluable, I think, because I was using a lot of things as outlets to kind of get out and do things. And sports, like organized sports in the school, were pretty good at that for a moment there. I remember I did teeter off at the end because I found SIGFREED much more enjoyable. And I think they had a lot more of the emotional connection I needed desperately too. On the more social side, growing up with like a brother who's only a year younger than me, and then I just had like two older sisters above me. Drake and Riley are my little brothers. Riley's the brother who is right underneath me. We're very close in age, but we're also very different, I think, in a feel. And then Drake is our youngest brother. He is like 15 now. I feel a lot for Riley. I don't know if it's because we went through the same experiences. When I say that like one of my 3 reasons of living is for Riley, I don't know why, but that feels very right to say it. So there wasn't like clothes and stuff in there, but he felt safe in this closet. So like he literally would just like lock everyone away and then stay in here. And that's like when he was like fully hit hard with like some depression, and he was changing schools. I was never actually hit in the home as far as threats of violence and domestic abuse, but I have seen him like get hit before. And that feeling of like you being young and seeing like your best friend your whole life, and then seeing that treatment be dealt out, it's very shattering. I wish, you know, that it wasn't like that and it didn't happen.
Here in high school?
Yeah, in high school I lived here. Here is the bathroom. It wasn't, so unfortunately, like when I was here, it wasn't this bad, but when I left the house and it was just Drake, it went downhill really fast.
Yeah.
As you can see, there's like dirt and God knows what else is there. Yeah, a little closet, just filled with like crap, I guess. This room here, this is where Drake had to stay for a bit, part of his like middle school career. He like wouldn't leave this room for a long time. So he had a microwave and he would just like stay in like this space and like kept the windows closed. Yeah, he just ate like the worst. When I left, things went really kind of wayside. It was a bit more organized, and this wasn't like his kitchen, like all in one space. He was a lot more active in the home.
Yeah, things were bad though.
I didn't buy it. I didn't drink it.
How are you drunk then if you didn't drink it? What if your daughter knew you were drinking? You know, you cry and say you miss your kids, but you're 57 and addicted to liquor.
I didn't do it. He did.
He did. He is dad, I assume?
My elder sister, Savannah, I remember one time it was getting bad between my parents and they were just drinking, and Savannah was just like fending them off with a broom and trying to be threatening at like 13 years old to restore some order, some peace, you know, because all of us are heightened anxiety and alarmed and just not understanding what's happening. Our dad died February 2022. That changed everything. Him passing changed everything. My dad acted as like this power barrier for Drake to stay there, but with that lifted and gone out of the way, and my mother like clawing to just stay alive in her own self could not support Drake. Legally, Drake is under the guardianship of Savannah now. In the SIGFREED group, obviously, I'm starting from a different place from a lot of people are. Through those adventures, through like just acknowledging conflicts and that sort of thing. People like Max, for instance, like when I didn't have a car, Max without a heartbeat was just like, you can have my car for 24 hours, I'm not using it. And it was like the kindest thing I've probably ever experienced. For SIGFREED, it's little things like that where there's that trust that's been established to where we can do that.
I feel like at this point in our relationship, the team and the family is one, and I can no longer separate the two of them. I couldn't imagine this group of parkour people also not being like family to me. We have added one person to the team in the entirety of SIGFREED being a thing, and that's Ben.
Ben, this is Ben behind the scenes. Oh my God.
You know, I saw on the Beloit page that there was a parkour club. I'm like, oh, you know, that's interesting.
Ben was my first actual student. He was the first person to come up to me and be like, I'm gonna do your club, and then he was showing up every week. It was very fulfilling in seeing someone get the level of enjoyment I got out of it when I first started.
The group has helped my mental health so much. My freshman year of college, I'd say I was in a pretty dark spot. All the friends I've been friends with for a while, like from back at home, they all went to different schools, and I felt like I didn't have anybody that I was that close with. After meeting Nate and Max, and finally having some friends, it's helped me so much. SIGFREED is like a brotherhood and family. They've been very accepting and welcoming and very brotherly towards me too.
Where are we going again? Mall. It's literally like, I don't know what to call it because it doesn't have any stores in it anymore because it's kind of abandoned other than one big storage area.
Or just like, what are we going to do?
Oh, climb it as a warm-up.
We'll see if I can get up here.
I don't like the sound of that.
There you go. Nice job. Remember to keep your weight forward. Solid. There's a lot of fun stuff. Oh, but Nordic ruins. You like those? Do you know what it says?
Stop looking around, there's no one there. Climb up.
The more you wait around, Ben, the more likely someone's gonna come around the corner.
That's crazy. He just made it move all the way sideways. Oh, is he climbing?
Yeah. Nice. I think your hands up the top ones.
No, no,
not the gutter.
No.
You know?
Yeah.
Ooh. Go ahead, Ben.
Yeah, balance challenge.
Yep, just take it slow. It's not a hurry. Yep.
Yo, Ben is helping.
It's not a hurry, Ben.
Is he coming back up or is he
I think he went back down. Do you want me to come up after you?
You alright?
I don't trust that gutter.
You're not
supposed to get on the gutter.
You're supposed to do it like this.
That's what I did. Also, the bigger one is more.
Okay, we're gonna do it together.
Scared of a lot of things, and sometimes I think it's made me soft. It's made me soft that I'm so scared of these things. I don't even bother to approach it. I don't want to get soft. I want to stay tough, stay as much as I can, like do what I want to do, and have the will to do so. But I know that the only person holding me back is myself.
Wow! You know, you're supposed to take the plays eventually. It's not good enough for him. Oh Lord, Betty! Please make up and join us.
How is everyone feeling like pre-trip vibes?
I'm very excited.
It's gonna be fun.
I'm tired.
I'm trying to quash the worries.
And have some milk.
Fucking milk.
Not drinking that freaking milk. Not milk. We can leave.
The leap of faith that I've taken that I think was the most scary to me was the Madison climb, because I went there with Nate a couple weeks ago to scout it out just to look, and I did not want to go.
So we did do a little scouting. Both fire escapes are climbable from up there, so if someone technically came out to the roof, we're just going to go down on the other fire escape.
To get down, but
Both right. Yeah, but it's more open, so it's an exit, a good exit, but it's not good going up because we'd be seen going up. So we will exit those ways if we need to. If not, we'll just go down the same way we came. And we're gonna get you up first because everyone else I think will be fine. So once you're up there, just go to the side, sit down. Social media is the biggest way that people spread parkour and like the culture of the sport. People are traveling like cross country and being homeless for a few weeks so that they can go hang out with a friend and train with them. And I think the professional homelessness aspect of parkour is huge. Like people are just traveling everywhere, anywhere, when they feel like they are able to go train with like people across the globe and share like this experience and like their style and like maybe get pushed to a new limit.
Choke that you're dead. Lead on the second type, so you go. Stack ropes. Dead lady sent dust to my eye. Oh, it's phenomenal. So everyone just start scouting their stuff, looking for stuff. There's a lot of stuff to do.
The true benefits you get from doing parkour really comes from overcoming mental blocks and being able to just push forward and accomplish things that you never thought you would be able to accomplish without taking a leap of faith.
When I'm training, I tend to do a lot of visualization of just like imagining the movement I'm gonna do in my head and like rationalizing that. Before you can actually do it, you need to train your brain to think it. You need to visualize it. You need to like get up there and like look at the drop and like feel that fear and let the fear pass, right? It's goes back to the Frank Herbert quote, like once the fear passes, all that remains is you.
Like what Nathan told me is that you think you can't do something, you dip your toe in the water, and you're like, okay, I can do this. You dip your toe in the water a little more, and you're like, okay, I can do this. And eventually, you can do anything. Like literally anything.
Let's quick go. You got it. You got it. Now's the time. Now's the time. You got it. Sick. All right, let's get in. Shit. The fuck out of here. Thank you. You want first and like hand this up down to you?
The coffee room's out there. Like down with this thing. Someone called them. They said someone told them we were doing graffiti. But if we show them we don't have any graffiti stuff on us, so they're completely fine as long as we leave.
Yeah.
So, dude was like, you guys getting some parkour action?
Yeah, he knew.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, the second he knew right away. He's like, I know what these guys will do.
Yeah. They're actually really chill about it. It's just we're technically for a period.
I saw you talking to police from the roof, and we got out of there quick.
So they honestly were like the coolest ones we've met. To be honest, they were like actually excited about it. They're like, man, it's so cool you guys are climbing around. My legs are like shaking from like having to run, and I have not ran in so long.
I had a free couch.
Yeah,
Sit down the couch.
free chair.
Hold this.
Okay.
This is a mistake.
And this is how the fuel best bumps.
Oh my god, that was way too fast.
Yeah, Ben climbed up down it, and he did in that chair than he did on the roof.
Good things, everyone. Bounce. You don't get one, but you do too.
I think I should go in for climbing into that chair.
No, you don't get anything for that. That was disgusting.
Honestly, we should take away your fist one for climbing onto that chair.
Oh, this is the guy to arrest. The next time you're all going.
Nice seeing you guys again.
Be safe, all right? You as well.
When it comes to mental health and as SIGFREED and as a family, Nathan is kind of a champion in that and inspires a lot of people to like look after that. That's why we really love like the adventures and the exploration, is that it's not so much as like being somewhere you're not supposed to be, but maybe finding those areas inside yourself where some part of you is convinced that you're not supposed to be there either.
Guys, we made it. We survived. Devin did not. He's back there.
Wait, are you sure this is the hole?
Last one.
No.
Oh!
There's a ton, so.
Yeah, that was still lame. Max, you give it a shot.
No, I'm good.
Oh! Nice. I will move out of the way for you.
Okay, man.
Okay.
People have been calling all of us kind of a bit crazy since we started hanging out. And it's always a bit weird because it's like, from my perspective, everyone else is crazy, you know? A lot of people don't take life by the reins, and like, it's cliche, but like, you know, you do only live once, you know? You only have one shot at this. And then you can get your right foot into the other crack. To the right. Oh, that works too.
I don't know about this one.
Here.
Max is like a majority just laying on the rock.
You see down to your right?
I can't see anything.
Okay.
Can we just go around?
I mean, I think the source of the fear it comes from uncertainty. It's that uncertainty of what could happen is what I think is scared of. I feel like a lot of people are scared of that too.
My glasses!
come to you, Nate.
That was pretty cool.
Thank you.
Okay. Join me in the tree, everyone.
Hey, wait, Nate. So what exactly do we have to do here? You and I are gonna be with Alex. We're gonna go and do the climb down. Those three, I think, are
Climbing on what?
swimming up the water.
So it's
What
like
are we
a
gonna
little
climb on?
hike because it's a trail.
Wait, what are we? Just say what we're gonna climb on.
Climbing down a cliff.
And what are cliffs made of?
Rock. Oh my God, Ben, shut up. I knew this was gonna happen. I mean, I literally. There's a water.
Oh, my allergies are acting up.
Yeah, the air quality is bad. Everyone's lost their mind in the tent. It's cold.
Like I said yesterday, my organs are cold.
This is a more than one person job for folding this one.
Yeah, but if we all work together, we should be able to like.
Everyone take a corner.
Yeah.
In the corners.
Right there.
And then I suppose that works.
There's a coat.
Exploring abandoned buildings, I mean, it really is what it sounds like. You're exploring abandoned buildings. There's also something really beautiful about the decay and knowing that nothing is permanent, not this huge building that you're walking through and like looking around, vines are growing through it, nature's taking it back, and life really is like that too. And knowing that like you're not permanent and that we can go inside and just enjoy the moment, enjoy the life that we're living right now. It's an important thing to remember.
He's not doing too hot. But we have decided the documentary is too important, so we're just gonna leave him here. Okay.
Oh my what? Someone kicked me.
So we're heading down past the railroad, guys, and we're gonna be going through the tree line. There's a few little holes in the building itself that if we find, we can just slip in there.
Urban exploration or urbex is just going into this abandoned location and taking pictures. The parkour athletes, I would say, when they're exploring abandoned buildings, it's never intentional to break something. You do surface checks, you do like everything checks because you don't want to be falling through a floor or a brick falling on you or like you dying in like this abandoned building.
So I'm gonna test the floors, Ben. Walk exactly where I walk once I get across. That is a drop too. All the boards are actually covering up huge drops straight to the bottom floor, so do not walk on the boards unless you really want to test it. You guys ready for the climb?
It's gonna be so crazy.
Yeah.
Yo, can we get you set up on the roof for FPV?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I should be up there.
Okay. Let's all just go up then.
Should probably get on it.
Oh shit. I'm good. Okay. I just felt the ladder move. Yo, we're in step here. Sorry. Look at hole right through the roof there. When people ask, will you fall through rooftops? This one is a yes, so be very careful of where you step.
Very rare that anyone ever said, like, most rooftops are totally fine. This is something else.
This is not one of those rooftops. It's really good for views though.
When you do parkour, it's not like you don't know it's dangerous ever. Like you do know that like you're putting your body at risk when you do stunts, but it is different in the sense that like even if you're like consciously aware of like that risk, until you actually get injured, you don't understand the risk.
Nathan's back injury happened way before I met him. I think it was his freshman year of college is when he actually got paralyzed, but the damage done to his back was done in high school.
I would say Nathan was in the best shape that he's ever been in his life right before he got in that wheelchair. So Nathan was definitely a handful. For a long time before he got the surgery and before it all went wrong, he was experiencing a lot of pain. I can think of a couple times where Nathan just couldn't move, and so he stayed in bed and we had to bring him food and carry him upstairs. It was definitely tough.
The pain just kept going and going and going, and it got to the point like one night I was laying on the bed and Max was in my dorm, and I was just like moaning the whole night, and like I tried to stand up in the morning and I physically like could not move either one of my legs. Sharp pain in my back like paralyzed me. We ended up getting an MRI from a doctor's recommendation, and we found out like 3 of the discs had been ruptured in my back. There was like signs of internal bleeding in the back area as well, because I'd been working out and doing stuff on them, because we didn't know when they ruptured. We just knew that like they had been ruptured for quite a while, and because I'd been doing all this movement, all this exercise on them all the time, it just got worse and worse. Back surgery seemed so scary at the time. Like COVID during that time, the hospital had a bunch of student interning working, filling in the gaps because they were understaffed. Went through the checklist with the doctor, the surgeon, everything seemed really peachy. They were like, we'll have you in tonight, you'll stay a little while, and then you'll go home. I remember waking up after surgery, and they were poking my feet with needles, and they were like, everything went great, you're gonna be leaving, can you feel this? And I was like, really out of it, really drugged up. I was like, nope, I can't feel that. And I remember trying to like fall back asleep, and they were like, wait, you can't feel that? And they were like, what if I poke it in like this far? And I, at the time, was like, thought it was really funny. I was like, they're poking my feet with stuff. I think the only time I started realizing something was like actually wrong, I was like, wasn't I supposed to go home today? For the next 3 days, they were trying to figure out what might have gone wrong. They even like brought me back into surgery and cut the surgery spot back open, took out another part of the spine. They still were like, if that's not doing anything, then maybe we hit your spinal cord on accident during the surgery. There might be a chance you aren't gonna be able to walk again. I would be moved to a Sun Prairie rehab clinic because they were like, he needs to start doing wheelchair and like bowel training and all this other stuff to be able to like live at home in a wheelchair. The morning was bowel training. They'd like stick their hand up your butt and like move it around to make sure that you could start like passing your food and stuff. And then you'd go to the rehab clinic and they'd hook you up to some machines that would like make you feel like you're moving so that you didn't atrophy as fast. I would do anything to like keep myself like sane, because it's during COVID. You're locked in a room pretty much all day. Can't move around because I haven't been like given the pass yet to move by myself because it would be dangerous. So you're basically laying in a bed for like the whole day, other than when they tell you you can leave, unable to do anything for yourself. And then I left the hospital on the day they discharged me because they were like, you have good enough wheelchair skills and you're not shitting yourself 10 times a day. Like, you can do it. You can put the suppositories in yourself. You can put the catheter in yourself. And I was like, I'm still not walking. I do not feel functional. And I went home. The house had been modified for someone in a wheelchair. And I was like, man, like, oh shit, like maybe I won't walk ever again in my life.
I think the injuries that Nathan went through really caused a lot of strife, and for good reason. He's had to deal with a lot as a result.
We definitely look back and see that Nathan drank all the time in college, and it got even worse when he was injured. He had to be on opioids for the post-operation process. As most people are aware, opioids are very addictive. Nathan definitely had a rough time with that.
It was a bit scary to be Nathan's friend. It was a great thing to be Nathan's friend during that time, but scary because you didn't know if he was gonna be okay, or like if he was gonna get through this.
The road to recovery and like starting to feel better, not only with the drug use and also like physically, it was a gradual like incline, because the first thing that like I found out when I started getting able to use like different modes of transportation other than the wheelchair, I would be going out with the AFO braces that hold your legs in place when they're paralyzed or they're like unable to move in different ways. I was able to use crutches, I was able to use like canes. You'd think that would have been like enough to like, oh, you're not using the wheelchair anymore, like your mental health improves. I tied myself so much to being an athlete. This is me, and like this is what people like respect me for. I won't be able to do that anymore. I won't be able to be me anymore. And so it was very hard to leave the house without having a mental breakdown. It did get to the point where I need to go to the doctor and tell them I'm having I want to kill myself like every day now. And like if I don't get some kind of help, like that will happen. Like I'm just not sure when. And so like I remember texting the group that night.
Hey guys, so I trust you guys a lot and I love you all. I'm sorry I haven't been in contact a lot, but it's been a rough week. I've had extreme nerve pain and the dosage on my opioids went up.
My depression and anxiety had always been high, and I tried to hide it the best I can, as I'm scared people will leave me when I show weakness or think less of me.
The narcotics may have triggered latent schizophrenia, and I've been hearing voices and having hallucinations that are making my head feel like exploding.
I'm getting help for all of it. I'm not going to submit to the voices and kill myself. I'm swallowing my pride and going to therapy.
I'm going to probably get out on more meds and hopefully get stabilized, because I don't know how much longer of this I can take.
So I said, you can get through this, Nate. If you need to talk to someone, I'm here as well. I was reminded of the quote, true strength is the strength to be honest. When should I come over to drop off some books for you?
And then I said, I love you too, bro, in all caps. And then I said, I'm gonna call you, because like I wanted to call him right then. Like that was really hard to read just now. And also just like having that, like I sent that at, there's no timestamp on it, but like it was later at night, I feel. And just having like your best friend sent that to you, really trying. And I was like, what can I do? How can I solve this? A lot of like my own programming for my upbringing is like, you have a problem, try and like fight it, do it, take care of it. Let's make everything's okay. But you can't, right? Just couldn't.
That was a really difficult time. I mean, it's, I don't know, it's, I just feel lucky that I still can call Nathan a friend and hang out with him and have him in my life, you know?
To read those, it's really hard and heartbreaking. It really, it's hard to like go through that. Man, that's a trip down memory lane because I feel like, oh man. To read those and feel like that right now, it's hard because Nathan has been like, these past couple years, he's been a big bucket for me too. And like feeling just like that, it hurts feeling like someone so strong can also be down like on their last peg.
Looking back, I think a lot of people going through difficult situations and the swaths of the human experience feel isolated and feel that reaching out isn't possible. And I think that's really difficult.
I haven't had a lot of good outlets or anything per se besides like going out on hikes and stuff, but those have been a lot of opportunities to kind of reflect on myself and how I feel. And Nathan has been a leader in that, which is just what that text shows. He got down to like one of the last few pegs and like had to reach out, and not everybody knows how to do that. And I think Nathan has been a huge role model in doing that for me myself, because you feel it, you bury it, or you don't know how to alleviate it. You don't know how to find more things to stand on, but people lift you up.
My relationship with parkour after my injury was strained. I didn't know where it fit in my life or if I was even gonna keep doing it, but I met Ben and I started coaching, and it was one of the most fulfilling times of my life.
I saw myself a lot in his excitement. It was really nice that he got the same amount of enjoyment out of the sport I did. And so coaching him was very like wholesome is a good word, I think. Finding that relationship I found in high school, but like with someone else in college.
What's up, SIGFREED? We're at the pharmacy.
When Ben got injured, I did feel like it was a bit my fault. Like he's having a really fun time doing it, and we just kept having fun. It was, I think spring day at the college, and like I hear from behind me, like, do you think I can make this jump? And I was like, you know you better than me. Like, you do it. And I hear, okay. And then like I hear a crunch, and then I hear, I hurt my leg, and I think it's really bad. When he like landed, and then we were driving in the car, he's like, I've never been injured before. Like, this is my first injury. I was like, oh fuck, like, what if he can't ever walk right again? Like, what if he's also fucked up now for life?
I remember the exact day, actually. It was April 16th. I was hanging out with Nate, we're doing some training. There was just this simple jump. It was probably only like maybe even like this high off the ground. I jumped off of it, landed, something didn't feel right, rolled out, tried to stand up, and the moment I stood up, my leg just buckled under me. When I tore my ACL, I did not blame Nathan. Nathan has taught me that you have to prep your stuff before you do it. And I've done it before, but I never actually I didn't prep that jump, and I think that's what caused me to fail in the end there. My relationship with Nathan, I think he's had a good impact in my life. To know that this mentor that I looked up to is proud of what I've done and what I can do, that means a lot to me. I want to learn all the stuff that they do, that Nate and Max and Devin and Evan, all of them do.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
One more time!
It was a must to kind of pick up Riley and Drake for this trip. Growing up, we all really had strong ties to being outdoors and just connecting and getting outside. With a lot of some of the adversities and things that we kind of experienced, I feel like that clouded out a lot of the elements most people would consider, you know, a rounded childhood.
I want to pee myself.
It was really fun.
Yeah.
Hi. So guys, actually, your jacket. Hi. She's excited. Hi, girl. I know, right? I know.
Nathan, when you see Riley, is it always the blue polo and jeans?
Yeah. It's very classic. It's like an anime character,
I feel like I've
and they're
never
wearing
seen
their
it. They always have
outfit.
the same
I
thing.
actually hugging you, man. McIntyre beard too.
Hey, how's it going? Hey. Thanks for having us here, man. So, yeah, we had a few more people, but they dropped out, so it's just like us 6. So we're trying to keep a load of laundry down to 1 because we know we're 6 people or whatever.
I just bought more laundry soap too. It's good kind. Use the Simply.
We'll use Riley's laundry soap, and the showers we're gonna do just cold showers. So it should be quick.
As fair warning, if one person takes a hot shower,
It's done. It's over.
none of you have hot water.
Yeah,
This is
we'll save
how it works.
We'll save the hot water for washing clothes.
We've also been very hot already the entire trip.
Yeah, cold showers will be amazing.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Whoa.
Yeah, we moved it actually.
The dog.
Wow. This is really cool.
Yeah, they bought this house a couple years ago now, so very awesome. It used to be our thing. We used to have like big end of the year Christmas parties or Yule parties, you know, and Savannah's like an expert at designing spaces for that kind of thing.
Oh,
yeah.
Play that?
Huh?
Can I play that?
The ukulele?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sweet. I've been dying.
He's our bard, actually. He does. I would have brought my lyre, but I didn't.
Okay, but I didn't know his voice because he wasn't talking.
Okay, that's a good observation. Have you exchanged names yet? Have we? Do you know anybody's name? Have you told anybody your name? Have you asked?
Sorry, put your phone here.
Would you? I'm not doing it. It's your
That's why
job.
it's cold.
Did you ask what his name is? Okay, that's not how we do it.
I'm Alex.
Then you go, hi Alex, I'm Saki. Or just smile and look at your mom.
Baby drop, got to drop all your love on me, drop, baby drop, drop 'cause I'm hungry.
I'm Savannah McIntyre. I'm 26. I'm a mom of 2 girls. I'm apprenticing to be a tattoo artist, studying for psychology this fall.
My name is Drake Mactar. I'm 15. I'm mostly a full-time high school student, but I like archery and drawing.
I'm Riley McIntyre. I like to worry about things. And
sure do. You're someone who knows himself.
I like to read, but I don't do it. Watch a lot of anime.
Anime's feel. Wow.
How do you guys see your sibling relationship?
Pretty open, pretty broad, but also deep, because I don't think a lot of our conversations center about like, I think this of you.
I think that's an interesting way to look at it, because it's not just like, oh, we're close. We like nurture each other. There's grave concern.
Grave concern.
It's like we're the parents of each other and ourselves. We're always like, hey, how you doing?
George just felt natural. It wasn't like we spent time like really trying to like solidify. It wasn't a conscious. And yeah, like circumstances kind of just melded that together for it.
How much time did your siblings spend at your house?
You have no idea. What kind of timeline do you want for that?
We would go there, and then it would just be like, we'll stay 7 to 11 days.
It would stay.
Yeah, we would just go as long as we could.
Yeah.
This time we stayed, we moved out for the summer. It was funny.
Because I would say that it lines up perfectly with when my parents were having episodes.
I feel like somebody stuck something in my head.
What do you mean stuck something in your head?
I don't blame you guys, because I was intoxicated, but I looked at I was trying to get down the stairway.
Yes, sir.
I crawled down those steps.
Mom, we're not talking about that anymore.
Both of you, and you just started laughing.
We literally just said we didn't laugh at you.
Both of our parents are not mentally stable. Both of them have addictions, and they enabled each other. We'd pull out of the episode, my mom would go into a manic episode, my dad would sober up a bit. It could be a week, it could be a month, it could be longer than that, it could happen back to back, but then he would all of a sudden go, oh crap, I'm messing up, I don't have my kids by me.
The idea of like going to your sisters and then staying as long as you could before they start noticing, like, wait, I'm a parent. Like, what? Yeah, it was, that's how Riley actually moved out. Riley would be at Savannah's for so long, like, it got to months, it got to like 30 days he hasn't been home. And then before he turned 18, he's like, well, I've been at Savannah's consecutively for a while this year, and I'm not coming back this time.
We were homeless and living at Savannah's for a while. Savannah helped Mom get a house she has now, and I was there for a few months, and then like, I just couldn't deal with it anymore, and like, it started being constant arguing. They would like steal my stuff out of my drawers, just rummage through stuff. I walked in and I was like, I need to talk to you for a second, and I was like, I don't want to live here. And then I said, I'm just very uncomfortable. We're not getting along. I want to move out.
I remember when you did that, that was huge, because you were already so anxious and you never got to say anything to them or stand up to them and speak about what you wanted. It was always, Riley does this because we want him to, and he's a good boy.
You guys had a
that was like the first step for you going towards thriving and not just surviving.
I think it's ironic, because I wouldn't have wanted to do that, but I feel like I would have been able to maybe like, because like you're a lot more anxious than me. It's just like I would have been able to handle that more, but I actually kind of got away. Like I got to move out kind of conflict free. I came home after Dad passed. Zosha was at the house and Grandpa was banging on the door and couldn't get in. Mom's in the episode where she's just drunk, and then Zosha's like, just come stay at my house for a week.
And she would get not answer the door.
I just grabbed clothes and left. Like I didn't really have to confront Mom. She tried to stop me. I just brushed her off.
Good morning, all. This is Midwest Hillbilly. And we're staying in 99 Yukon Denali. Probably one of the roughest streets in Beloit. Dewey Avenue. Now, I'm here because filed for separation from the wife. Still have 3 boys at home, 17, 16, and 10, which I try to maintain a really close relationship with.
My father was to me, he was a guy. He was responsible for my creation, so he had talents and he also had faults, and you kind of just accept him as a person until you can disappear from his old mind. That says a lot.
He used me as a work wheel, basically.
Yeah.
And like he kept like, the only time I really got praise from him was when I did a lot of work for him, and
he didn't ask for anything in return.
But your benefit and your praise for what you brought to him as a son is how hard you could work.
He tried to frame us as like these as peers almost. Like even from a very young age, he was like, You know, I'm not just your dad, like I'm your peer, like your brother or something like that.
We tried to be on our level. Yeah.
Oh, and I think that there's bad effects for that kind of thing, to kind of say that, like, you know, because like your father, you have to do father things, right? He would do like unspeakable things too, and like to domestic abuse, to like he would like countlessly steal from us.
I got a lockbox, just sorry to interrupt, but just because I thought it was cool, and I was gonna keep my cash in there because I didn't have an account. Dad kept telling me how you could drill through the back and get it, and then shit and stuff would go missing out of it.
Drake would always come home after, like, let's say he spent a couple hours at my place. He'd come home and his drawers, it would be weird because his drawers or his dressers would be like opened and gone through, but not put back. And I wanted to know, Drake, like, how did that make you feel? I know he was anxious. See, you know, open about the state of my room wasn't too much then, and I was more like, it was a very dark cave. I started like covering the windows. I got like very depressed, didn't take care of myself. I didn't want to leave so badly. I brought a microwave in there. I just started eating popcorn all the time.
Yeah. Nathan was in there, but
I remember I used to be, because I used to get off work at 2 a.m. and be paranoid that somebody's gonna attack me or something walking in Beloit. I used to call him, and he's going down. He's like, man, I don't want to go downstairs. And then he's going down, and he's just trying to find something to eat. You can't find anything. He gets like popcorn. And then mom's like, what are you, and she's obviously drunk. What are you doing out here? Why are you?
I'd have to wait till like 3 a.m. She's like asleep on the kitchen floor, and I'm like stepping over her.
It created an environment of like mass confusion, and then you get to a certain age where like I am constantly being gaslit. You know, I am constantly like, your love was a commodity. Another thing when it comes to Dan smashing things, there's this infamous story about how when our plumbing didn't work and stopped working, like we had family who came and tried to help, like. We got like a free toilet, like 100%. Like here's a DM to like help Brandon in the plumbing. And that night he got like drunk and then took it to the driveway and just smashed it and left it there for like.
So I went months without a toilet again, just because of that ego.
Yeah, that pride.
So 5 kids, and yeah. I know at his funeral we were talking about how he's multifaceted, and I think that was the child inside of me trying to pull up any good memory or concept of my father that I could, but in all reality, he is the epitome of a generational curse that spreads. Yeah. He's the epitome of somebody that can create an environment where human health is not conducive to any greatness or growth. He was an awful man, and there's so many memories and so many little things that we can laugh about right now, but he was really an awful man that needed help, and I think he covered it up with the label of being a father. The whole motherly aspect it's exactly the same for me now, having my own kids. It's why I'm like in the woods.
The best.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I want that. I got a first-hand view for myself and through my siblings of how important it is to have that adventure. I think that it's such a fundamental way to live life, to have a human existence. We're all constantly always going through something. Like part of the human existence is growth, and you know, as you gain experiences, you gain new things that stifle that growth that you have to fight through. That's how you become a strong person with identity and purpose. And they're at a pivotal point right now where they're just beginning that journey in a different way. I've had pivotal moments, you know, where I suddenly go out and find myself on an adventure where I'm moving and hiking, and they haven't quite had the same experience yet. And I'm really excited to see how that changes them mentally as well as physically. I mean, movement itself is medicine, and that's like one of the oldest proverbs of all time. You must move, you must experience, you must keep going.
There's bears on the island. Do not bring food.
Yeah.
Unless you would like a new hairy friend. To be a bit quiet until we are past the housing line, okay? Just a bit. That house right there we're going in decently close to there, but there is a big forested area. If we dart in and just keep moving into the woods.
Max got the speedo back there. You're not hiking naked. Are you really hiking at all?
He had a horrible sleep because he was sleeping on a bunch of roots sticking up.
Riley and Drake. I don't want to leave them out here if we fail.
You guys having tug of war over there?
So much water in my pants.
Working pretty good. Keep it going. Keep it going.
So I thought we were going back originally, then the plans changed, and then he already left. I didn't know.
Silly goose. Like, did he leave naked? Like, he had like his pants and everything still.
Nice job, guys.
Getting fucking.
That river was not fun. Oh my gosh, it was up to my knees.
I had to walk through the shoes and all. I'm like, oh, okay.
Rainy day. On rainy day.
Hello?
Hi, man, on vacation.
I know, I am on vacation. How are you tonight?
Not too bad. What's the weather like where you're at?
Oh, that's so funny you ask. So last night we were camping out in the woods, and we had a thunderstorm that came in, and it completely flooded all the tents. So we were like floating around in a puddle, like up to our waist, walking back in water. And then, it was so wet. So tonight we had a tornado warning that came in, and it started like raining really hard for like a good probably 30 minutes. And so like we panicked and bought our hotel room on the island. I think everyone's passed out for the most part.
Take a good shower, a good soak, get ready. I bet you're having a good time, huh?
Yeah, I've got some of the guys with me right now if they want to say hi.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Mom.
I met you before I talked to you, but hello.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're having a really good time.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's been really fun.
Just text me the name and I will look it up.
Cool. I will.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Love you.
Love you. Bye.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel jealous of your relationship with your mother.
Yeah.
So mine is like, she's in jail. So. And then it's like, yeah, things happen. I don't know your personal level, but.
Oh no, I was there for the last conversation between Devin and your mother, and it was.
It's like all for me, but I did all this stuff to you. So. She had to deal with my dad for 25 years. So like and she's already had mental problems. So.
Yeah. No, I'm so glad that you got to come along on this trip, and I know like. When we were talking about it, like on that Zoom call the first time, like you, Drake, Devin, and I, and Savannah, and yeah, well, the thing about like even your work, like, are you gonna get the time off? And then like, I don't know. I was like, even up until like last week, I was like, Devin and I were like, was he able to get off the work?
I want a job where I have more freedom. So I can work to live, not live to work. Definitely like a lot of stepping out of my comfort zone, getting more comfortable.
You've stepped outside your comfort zone so much, and like. You're staying with a bunch of people you just met in a room, like hanging out. Yeah. It's I don't know. I think it's not a little bit, but you've grown a lot. So.
Seeing Riley like get out of his comfort zone and just like to see possible versions of yourself, that's life-changing for him. I think this trip really pushed him, like not just physically but emotionally, and seeing like a bigger picture beyond what he's been through and the trials that he's had to like endure.
5-hour energy to nothing.
How are you guys feeling?
I'm feeling, I'd say my legs are cold. Yeah. I'm a little peckish. I think I need a snack. I do not plan to jump off any cliffs, Personal safety is a thing I take to be very extreme.
Spectator sport.
Yeah, it's a spectator sport. That's what it really is. We stand back and we just cheer them on.
Yeah.
He's gonna fall off the rock.
That was Max behind me.
That was the hatch getting in the way of the climb.
What do you think about that?
I was trying to, I was gonna help him, but I couldn't get in the way.
There's this one,
And then there's also one there you can run and jump over.
I want to do the slow, lower one.
But we should do depth checks just in case.
That's what I was saying. Evan says you just gotta jump in and he'll check back.
Well, Evan's our depth check person then.
I am the depth check.
Yeah, when he dies, we go, that's bad.
Don't
We're
go
not
there. Don't go on that one.
Not
and then
good.
we need a new depth check person.
I didn't even think of that. Oh my god, why did he die?
Why did he go head first on the first one?
With like my swimming, like I'll move, but I'll move like half an inch at a time.
Remember,
dude, I'm like pissed myself scared.
Here, come down here. We're gonna jump from right here. Alright, the easiest one. So you're gonna be right here, and all you're gonna do is you're gonna jump out. I can even jump with you if you want.
Yeah, I would prefer that.
Okay,
we'll jump first, because like I'm not gonna be able to like, make that.
No, we can jump together. Okay.
Alright. Shit, this is so nerve-wracking. There's no rocks in these.
Nope. Just don't think. Just cannonball. You can cannonball even. Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. 3.
Wanna go first, or we're going at the
same time. I'm on 1. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Yeah! Okay. Awesome, man.
That was amazing. That was like, that was fucking awesome. I was a little scared because like I pooped under the water and I didn't come up for a second, so I was like really nervous, but then I just like flew back up and it was fine.
That was good. Amazing.
I think I might go again.
Okay, let's do it.
Now we'll try the harder one.
Sweet.
I wanted to.
You doing it?
Yeah, but then my leg is still cramping up. But
Riley, I'll be there. We're dragging you to shore, okay?
My leg won't stop cramping up.
Remember, when you guys come up, you don't need to start swimming right away. The life jacket's just gonna hold you in place.
You're gonna bloop down, right? And like you're gonna like, it's gonna be like a second where like you feel like you might not bloop up.
See, it's scary to do the tall one, but I'm only doing one. So I might have to go up there. Let's see how like.
I think you need a running start for that one.
Yeah.
No, you don't need a running start. As long as you can just jump off this part right here over, you're completely fine. Go to bed. Have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah! Don't care. You good, man? Let's go.
Hey, you guys get clear. I'm just gonna go.
Yeah! Nice, dude, nice.
Oh, they did? Yeah. Dude, it was amazing. That was fucking amazing. Dude, it was so, okay, the first time it was like, I went before, so it was so scary. He's like, I looked under and I didn't come up. I was like, what?
That was so awesome. I'm so happy for them. They were so scared and then they did it so easily, so.
They went from like the top one?
Yeah, the top one.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Riley said it on the first try too. He was just like, I'm scared I'm going to do the whole thing. I was like, man.
5.
We're going on 1.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah!
Essentially the same thing.
You haven't jumped yet. Nice.
That was great.
It's called the equalizing factor, okay?
It's
Come
just
on,
bad
brothers.
at packing.
As a team,
I realized
Bad at packing, man. I was pushing the air out. That's what I was doing.
We still have all this much more to
No,
go.
the thing was tight already. I was pressing the air out.
Let's
The
put
same
Ben
as
in the
you.
trash. Come on, Ben, you dirty Brit. Jump right in. Come on, yeah.
Stop trying to tighten this.
I also do not want my sleeping bag to be covered in wet juice. Wet juice. We've been banging everything in pickle juice and tuna back here.
You see how much less volume this is?
I think we're all a bunch of dirty Brits. That's what I think.
Hold your sleeping bag better.
I just am saying, I'm driving completely blind in my car.
Condensed.
He said Ziploc air fresh.
Look, it doesn't even go
That's
past
Benjong. The Benjong way.
Oh God.
Every day.
Oh my God.
Let me out.
We survived.
Dude, we were so freaking worried.
Oh my God, it was so
We thought you
bad.
guys crashed. Did you guys get food?
I got food because I was passing out, like I kept falling asleep.
Did you know you own a Subaru Outback? He kept saying your car was a Subaru Outback.
I was like walking up there to the cliff jumping spot when I was like, so how do you feel about this? So like, there's no way in hell I'm jumping any cliff. And then I just ended up like, I did it once. I did the small one with Nathan. It was really fun. It was an exhilarating adrenaline rush. And then Riley was like, well, if Drake didn't, I gotta do it. I'm scared of it, so I have to do it. And he just ran up and did the big one. So I was like standing behind him with it. I was like, I'm not letting you do the big one. I'm not doing it. So I looked at the camera. I was like,
You're not about to be one up.
I was like, no, I'm gonna go right after him. I was like, Riley, move the way. I jumped, and then we did a brother jump. So it was me, Devin, and Riley. And yeah, my last jump the brother jump. I didn't put too much effort into it because the water stings after a bit.
Talk about memories, though. That's
Yeah,
beautiful.
if you look at Ben, he's got like bruises all over his head and everything.
Well, like, mementos of the memories.
It was not all but very fun, and
Yeah, so
I didn't think I would branch out and like get out of my comfort zone
real quick.
as much as I did.
Mine
So
had that light.
I had a lot of fun, and even anything that normally you wouldn't have fun if you got rained on in a camp, but because everyone being there, it was a good time. I don't know. I've never cliff jumped before. I've never been stuck cramped in the car for 5 hours like that before, but it was just a great experience overall. I feel like more confident and then not so worried about appearances, and I would gladly do it again, getting rained on and all. So
I was so dead set on the idea that I would not be jumping in the water, so the fact I jumped in the water it surprised me even, but it was worth it. I enjoyed it. I would say that I picked up my very bad swimming skills about 10 minutes before I went and jumped off a cliff into the water. I did not want to leave Manor Island being like, I should have jumped that cliff. I get very caught up in day-to-day life, so a chance to go do something different than everyday normal activities was very fun. Yeah, kind of like the whole mental mortal process. You gotta remember it's more to life than just like your basic job or school.
Whether it's rational or not, understanding where your fear comes from is really important. A lot of people tend to fear a lot of things that don't actually have impact on their lives. If you can realize how many of the things that you fear that you don't need to, it's so liberating to realize that and just let go.
He's great. It was awesome, yeah. It's always the first one that's hard. It was good though. Thank you.
Alright, wait, move.
Wait, is he bailing or is he...
I would best describe SIGFREED as just a group of guys who have a shared interest and do the things that they like. And I say it that simple because I think it could be anybody. I think anybody could do the things that we do, and it's just up to them to have the drive, to have the belief, and to have the practice to go do what we do. I feel in terms of all the stuff that we've done, it's to take it one step at a time and to understand that these steps are leading to somewhere. I think this trip has also caused me to make progress in that sense too. You realize it's not too bad, and then you try to do a little more. Before you know it, you're doing so much more than what you thought could have done before. I want the message to my future self to be that you're gonna get beat up, you're gonna get hurt, things might suck, but you can come back from it. You have the ability to do it. It's all in your head most of the time.
Longer so you don't get as much rotation.
What is that?
people watch this film, I want them to take away that belonging and being connected is worth it and can happen. I want people to take a step back and realize how they belong and actually like let it fully hit them, like what it means to like fully love someone, fully care for people.
All better.
This is just gonna be in. Oh, not good God! Wow, the world is so good.
When you have a goal in mind and you know just what you want, you gotta live your life and promise. Do not give up. You got people to lean on when you think you might be stuck. And you know that's why they're there, cause they're the ones you really love. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They're the ones you really love. The people that will pick you up when you think that you're staying my stuff. People that see you on the ground and say get up. Just no matter what you do, they're on your side. They give you luck. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Rely and replenish. Trust me, it's hard to manage. It's a both-way conversation, and this is healthy information. Yeah, this is healthy information. Can we create a generation that's together in every situation? That's together in every situation. When you have a goal in mind and you know just what you want, you gotta live your life and promise. Do not give up. You got people to lean on when you think you might be stuck. And you know that's why they're there, cause they're the ones you really love. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They're the ones you really love. They're the people that will pick you up when you think that you're stuck. And the people that see you on the ground and say get up. Just no matter what you do, they're on your side. They give you luck. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're not built to last. And life moves so fast. Every day is better just a tad. We're progressing every day, do not look back. You gotta promise me you know you're on a path. And you know your friends and family got your back. We're not built to last. And life moves so fast. Every day is better just a tad. We're progressing every day, do not look back. You gotta promise me you know you're on a path. And you know your friends and family have your back.